how to do it, just in case you're having difficulties. Now, hopefully you've already watched Maths Online and you've done those questions. Otherwise, I strongly suggest you go back and you do that, because he actually explains how to do this. Now, if you're having a go at this worksheet and you're not sure of what to do, here we go. We are stating the true bearing of P from O. So what we always do is we start from the north arm. We always move in a clockwise direction. Okay? And we state the bearing or the angle that we've moved around. Okay? Now, if you watch 3-figure bearings, you'll know that every single one, whenever you're answering your question as true bearings, it needs to have 3 digits in the answer. So this particular one, we've started from the north arm. We've just gone to here. This one's a pretty easy one to read. That's 50 degrees. Now, in my answer, 50 goes in the last 2 digits, and then I put the degrees. I need to put something in that first digit section there, so if there's nothing to put there, I just put a 0. So this one, the true bearing of P from O is just 50 degrees. Okay, you might have heard it on any nautical movie. They'll say on a bearing of 050, something like that. So that's where it comes from. All right, so this one here, we have to start from the north and we've got to go to here now. Now you need to remember that this is a 90-degree angle. So to work out the bearing from the north to the orange P arm, you've got to add 90 plus 42. Using your calculator or your head, using 3 digits, I believe 90 plus 40 is 130, and then 2 makes 132. And that's supposed to be an O, like it's that funny O stands for degrees. Okay? This one here. Now remember, you're starting from the north arm, going in a clockwise direction, so you have to go all the way around here. So that means you've got 3 lots of 90-degree angles. So on your calculator, do 90 times 3. If you know what 3 nines are, 3 nines are 27. Put down the 0. You'll have 270 for those first 3 quadrants. And then you have to add on the 55. So 270 plus 55 makes 5. 7 and 5 make 12. You can use your calculator if you want. 12 plus 1 makes 3. So this answer would be, with 3 digits, 325, or as they say in the movies, on a heading of 325, sir. Okay, so the next one is this one here. Starting from the north, oopsies, we've only supposed to go to there. All right? Now, hopefully by now you know that from there, the north arm stands for 0. Going around a quarter turn, that's 90 degrees. Going around half a turn, that's 180. And going 3/4 is 270, and then going all the way around is a revolution, also known as 360 degrees. Well, this one, if you'll notice, do it in red, is coming back 47 degrees, isn't it? So this one is called a subtraction one. So you could do this one by going, right, 3/4 turn, get rid of that, means 270 degrees. Would you agree? So you could do this 2 ways. But the easiest way is to just subtract. If you've had to come back from 270, you just subtract, oh, for goodness sakes, 47 from 270. I'm going to use my calculator because it's late and I'm tired. 270 minus 47 gives 223. So this one is on a bearing of 223. Sometimes we put a T on the end just to show it's true. Okay, so next one, D. This one we're going from the north to the orange. All right, this time we're including that 72, so I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. Now, what is it if we've got half a turn? I should have done that in a different colour, hey. Let's do it in a fluoro. So if I've gone from here to here, that's a half a turn. Would you agree? And normally in half a turn, there's 180 degrees. Now I'm then going from here to here. That's this angle here, isn't it? 72. So that means I'm adding it on to the half turn. So I have to add on 72 to 180. If I add that on, I get 2. You can use your calculator if you want. 252. So this answer would be 252 degrees T. stop the video at any time and have a go on your own. Always come back and watch what you're doing. Watch what I'm doing. All right, this one here. You only have to work out from here to here. We know that from here to here, however, is 90 degrees, don't we? But we've come back. That angle there, which is 30 degrees. If we've come back, we need to subtract it. So on my calculator or in your head, do 90 take away 33. I get 57. Hopefully you do too. Okay, next couple and then we'll move on. So this one we need to know from here to here only. But you'll notice I can go from here to here. That's 180, isn't it? But then I've got to go back 65. So if I go back 65 on my calculator, I'm going to do 180 minus 65, and that gives me 115 degrees. So that answer is 115 degrees T. And the last one here. All right, so I've got to go from the north arm around to here. Now you'll notice I can go all the way. Do you remember how many degrees is all the way? Hopefully you said 360, miss. But I'm going to come back to the orange line using that 52 degrees they've given me in the question or in the diagram. So that means I have to subtract the 52 from the full circle. Using my lovely trusty calculator, I get 308. All right, so 308 degrees T is the answer. I want you to have a go and see if you can draw these bearings now. Remember, start from the north arm. Always go in a clockwise direction. Pause the video and watch the video again when you're ready to see my answers. Okay, see ya. All right, hopefully you've returned. 40 degrees. So remember, you're starting from the north and you're always going in this direction. Only has to be a rough drawing. Don't get your protractor out. It doesn't have to be exact. 45 is halfway. So if I try and do a little less, sorry, that was a bit off. All I have to do is put my 40 degrees there. I like to put it there. Or you could write it. How do they write it over here? Or you could write it on the end. Sometimes they write it on the end. Okay, either of those two is correct. I prefer to have it in here. Okay, in here. Okay, next one, 220. All right, remember, halfway is 180. To there is 270, isn't it? We only want 220. So let's go. All right, halfway is 180. So let's go. 220 on our calculator minus 180. How much is left over? 220 minus 180 gives me 40. So that means that's 180, and I've only got to go that way another 40, doesn't it? So again, a little less than halfway. All right. That's 180 to there. From there to there is 40, just like our other. But over here, I'm going to put 200 degrees T. So altogether, it's 200 degrees. Now, when you're writing, draw each true bearing. It's where that dark blue line is. That's where your answer should be, okay? That's what they're wanting you to do in this activity. All right, 130. All right, so hopefully we know from here to here, that's 90, don't we? So let's figure out, we know from here to here, that's 180, isn't it? Well, that's too big. So we need to only go to 130. So let's forget about that section and let's do the 90. So if we move 90, we go 130 minus 90. How much is left over? On my trusty calculator, 130 minus 90 means I've got to go another 40 degrees. Oh, that's interesting. So that means, remember, halfway is 45. So I've got to go another 40 degrees here. So remember, 90 plus 40 made 130, didn't it? So even though I write 40 in that little angle section, so I write the numbers that are less than 90 degrees in the angle section, and I write the actual bearing at the end of the line, okay? All right, pause the video if you want. See if you can do the rest of these on your own if you haven't already done them. 190, okay. I know from here to here is 180, don't I? Hopefully you can do this next bit in your head. What's 190 minus 180? Hopefully you said 10. So 10 is only a sliver. Have to make it a bit longer so we can see it. So 10 degrees would go in here, wouldn't it? But all the way around from the north to there would be 190 degrees. Beautiful. All right, let's try the next one. 4 to go. All right, sorry, this one is 350. Now, can you remember how much is in a full revolution? All the way around is 360, isn't it? But I only want to go to 350. So that's going back 10. So doing similarly to what we just did a minute ago, I'm going to go back 10. All right? And that shows me 350 degrees T. Again, notice I've put the angle less than 90 degrees into the diagram. All right, this one wants 270. So hopefully you remembered that's 0, that's 90, that's 180, and that's 270. So due west, I think that's west. Never eat soggy. Yes, it is. So I would draw my line on there, and I'd write 270 degrees with a T for true bearings if you wish. All right, this one, 100 degrees. All right, we know that from here to here is 90, don't we? What do you add to 90 to get 100? Hopefully you all said 10, miss. So we put a 10 degrees in here, and we write 100 degrees T over here. Okay, last but not least, 310. You can either do the adding way or you could do the subtraction way. If I said to you, what is 360 minus 310? You would say, using your trusty calculator, hopefully you get 50 degrees. So remember, all the way around is 360, isn't it? So if we come back 50, remember halfway is about 45. So a little bit more than halfway, say there, and I write 50 there, that would be 310 degrees T. Okay, there you go, you 10. Hopefully that helped you, and I will see you next lesson, hopefully. Bye.